Have you ever wondered how people can work in the quantum realm? How do quantum practitioners, quantum healers, how does that all actually work? Like, what is the science behind that? Or is it a bunch of bullshit? So, I created Quantum Activation Transformation System. It's a system that resides within the quantum field, and I anchor in different specific areas of the human experience within the quantum realm. So I focus on the emotional, which is a frequency, and I focus on the subconscious reprogramming, which is the subconscious brain, right? And then the physical action steps. So you need 3 points to create the matter or the alignment within this earth world, the world we reside, the 3D world. So, how do I actually take my clients or myself or whoever to the quantum realm? And how can I, as a practitioner, understand and know this? And like, how can I read the quantum energetic imprints as a totally different human than my client? So the simple fact is that in when you look at things, it's not a quantum realm. Like it exists as we're existing right now. Like we are in the quantum realm. It's just that our perception of reality doesn't include the quantum realm yet. Science is going there. Mainstream science getting on board, almost there. But the quantum realm exists at all times. Like it's never like a different realm. Like all the dimensions, there's infinite dimensions, and they all exist simultaneously. And all versions of ourselves, our energetic particles, exist all at once. So, and that's what I mean by quantum realm is the space where everything exists all at once. And when we look at things quantumly, the perception changes. You expand, right, on what is the potential, the capabilities, the outcomes. So my mind is very open, more so than most other people. I can imagine things at the drop of a hat that other people just can't even fathom. It's very easy for me. I live in the cosmos, okay? I can see things beyond our galaxy. I can see past this probably because my energy, which we're talking about right now, my quantum energy has been imprinted from whatever lifetimes before from other dimensions and other galaxies, other planets, other sentient beings. Because I, Amy, this avatar of myself, can tap into the frequency, which is the electromagnetic vibration of the molecular structure. And I do that by allowing myself to, my human body, to be a tool of what it actually was designed to do, an electromagnetic portal. And I allow myself to be in that, and I make choices like within my day, my mental patterns, my behaviors, how I sleep, my regulations, all these different things, to be as clean as possible to allow my body to be at its highest potential use so I can read the energy. And when I say read, I mean I allow it to go through me and I can like feel it through frequency. So, quantumly, all of our energy is a frequency. If you think about molecular structure, the atom, the protons, electrons, like just the design to the smallest part of existence is an energetic structure. Without the energetic structure, there would be nothing. There would be no atoms. There would be no molecules. There'd be no humans, right? So, in order to exist, we must have that energy source. And that energy source is a frequency which has been recycled. So there is no new energy that comes into our quantum. I don't know. It would be more than the universe. Quantum, I don't know. It's bigger than anything that most people really think about. It's the all of everything, right? So I allow myself to be in that. And when you think about it, the frequency gets imprinted, right? So on the molecules, when molecules are bonding based on the types of bonds that they make, when they're connected, the atoms are connected into molecules, and depending on what type of bond they have, there is a imprint of energy, and that's what creates a certain type of molecule, like from the periodic table of charts, or periodic table, not of charts. And so what happens is that, like, let's say my energy was previously some other energy, right? Because I'm not a new energy. I come from what already was. I'm recycled. And the atoms that create me are just reused from something else. And the way that we can go back in, like, past lives, different timelines, forward or backward, anywhere in time, because time is not real, because everything literally exists now. Everything that could exist, would exist, has existed, can exist right now. And that's just how that is. So if I wanted to go back lifetimes ago to really, like, see what's the root of this issue, like, what did I do with my quantum healing activation sessions? Where does anger start? Where does sadness start? Like, all these emotions, because I do this with emotions only, because emotions are frequency, and they create a impact, like an emotional, like a stamp almost, like, right, a signature based within a frequency within our energetic makeup. And that includes all of the molecules from our system. So what I do is I open things up to go back through the subconscious mind, through neural linguistics programming, the use of certain words to activate within your brain, to go back to your memories to see where and when and what happened for your quantum healing, so that you can let go of this emotion. Because a lot of times people, like, they don't understand, like, why do I keep having the same pattern over and over? Why do I keep repeating these same things? Because your system is designed to align with that comfort zone of survival. So if it didn't kill you, you're going to use it. And the body kind of just does that naturally, because we're set up to survive. We're not really set up to thrive. Like, the body doesn't care about thriving. It doesn't care about, like, yachts and the Hilton. It cares about survival of the species, survival of the DNA to push forward. The cells, the human DNA, is naturally designed so that it already has a desired effect when it is alive within the person. The desired effect is to reproduce and move forward, right? To keep going forward, just like Darwin said, the survival of the species. I mean, it's a little bit different than Darwin, but it's like along those same lines. So, like, survival of the fittest type thing. So that's what your DNA, it's already, like, your DNA already has a goal, an agenda within itself, without you. Before you even existed, it already had an agenda. And that agenda comes from the frequency imprint of the molecules that create your DNA. Isn't that crazy? I think so. So our energy is so beyond intelligent. It is more intelligent than we will ever be. And the molecular structure, so like if you wanted to, because okay, let me start over. So if you wanted to go back in time, like maybe a past life when you were a different form of energy, like if there's some kind of species, creature, plants around you that you can see and they're part of your life, you were already that energy because it is a reflection of your current energy internally of what your structure is. So, for example, if I wanted to go back to the timeline where I existed as a butterfly, I could do that. I could go through my subconscious mind into my energy and live in, visually, mentally, feeling in the body, quantumly, as I was a butterfly. Or if, let's say, if my energy was part of Mars at one time, I could take myself back quantumly and go back there because our energy all has this imprint. So, not all energy was part of Mars, but some of us were because we are all made of quote unquote stardust. And that's how we are part of the cosmos. It's because our energy has already been imprinted within the cosmological frequency of whatever we existed as before. And that then becomes us. So anyone can truly tap into the quantum field of who they were or what they were. I'm able to do this with other people because clearly my energy frequency is along that same wavelength. So when you look at the frequencies, so wherever you're at, anything below that frequency, so from highest to lowest, you can tap into that. So for instance, if I wanted to put myself in when I was a water molecule, because water makes up, 70% of our body. So we all have that imprint because all water is connected and it's all intellectually connected together as well. And that is the unique thing about quantum field and quantum physics is it shows you and teaches you really that you are not alone, that you literally are made of these things, that they are part of you, and that I am not just Amy. I am all humans. I am all stars. I am all of the cosmos. I am all of the plants, all of the animals, and they are all a piece of me because literally their quantum imprint, the electromagnetic frequency that they were existing at when they were structured with those molecules, atoms, protons, electrons. Because remember, protons, electrons, they switch out. They don't just stay. They, when energy, let's say you have water and you boil it, it's evaporated. That evaporation then changes the properties of the molecular bonding of those atoms, right? So this is where you have quantum practitioners who can tap in. Now, I can't really speak for everyone because who knows what they do. But for me, myself, and my quantum activation transformation system that I utilize with my clients, with my healing, my wellness, and my Reiki, and all my stuff, this is how I do it. I am able to be open enough within myself to tap into these frequencies. I can literally feel them, see them, like taste them, smell them. I use all of my senses to do this. And it's not because I'm reading you, it's because I'm allowing what's in me to connect within that and to open it up. Hopefully that makes sense. And if you would like a quantum Reiki attunement, you can check it out on my website. So I go deeper than just regular Reiki energy. I go into the quantum. So I can really look at the imprint that's left upon the molecular structure, the atoms inside of your system. And I can read that because it's in frequency. And I have the ability to put myself inside of your body, to see your organs, to see what they look like, what they feel like based upon the electromagnetic frequency that they are emitting outward. It's pretty cool, huh? Yeah. I know, right? So join me. Link down in this description below. You can go ahead and book your 1 hour session with me and get an amazing once in a lifetime type of experience.